This video is all about trousers, specifically the rise of the trousers. One mistake I see a lot of gentlemen make is that they will wear their suit trousers at the same height as their denim or jeans. This is simply incorrect. Most jeans are low rise, while your suit trousers should be mid to high rise. Now, of course, I'm attacking the subject from the custom side of things, which is what we do here in Eric Austin. And whenever we are increasing the rise on someone's trousers during a fitting, we essentially are looking for the trousers to hit right at the belly button or no more than 1 to 2 fingers beneath the belly button, right on top of the hip bone. This is extremely beneficial for a few reasons. Number one, a higher rise trouser typically allows the trousers to drape a little bit better. Number two, in most, if not all instances, a higher rise trouser is usually more comfortable. And this is not only just standing, but also when sitting. As we all know, whenever we sit down, that crotch area typically will raise up, and a higher rise trouser helps with some of this discomfort when sitting. Also, from a visual perspective, a higher rise trouser typically will make everything look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. As I said, it allows the trousers to drape a little bit better. One word that I've mentioned quite a bit in some of my other videos is the word proportion. Now, this is something that a lot of people don't realize is so important when it comes to menswear and men's suiting. And typically what we want is the jacket and trousers to be evenly proportioned, and a higher rise can really help us achieve this look. Now, if I had to say it's better to sway in one direction or the other, I would definitely say that you would benefit more by having the bottom half look a little bit longer than the top half, meaning that it's better for your legs to look longer than your torso. But once again, we typically want things to be as even as possible. So what exactly happens when you increase the rise of a trouser? One big misconception is that a lot of people think when you increase the rise of the trouser, the crotch area as a result gets droopy. This isn't necessarily the case. One of the beautiful things about a custom garment is that the crotch and the rise are actually two separate measurements. So when you hear someone talk about the rise increasing, I really want you to think about the waistband height increasing and not so much the crotch drooping down. Now, of course, as we increase the rise, the crotch area does get more roomy, but once again, these are two separate measurements. Once again, one of the beautiful things about custom is that we can actually increase the total rise, the front rise, and the back rise separately. The reason this is of great benefit to a lot of gentlemen is because whenever you have someone who has what we call more of a prominent seat, a lot of the times they actually need the back rise to be a little bit higher than the front rise. And all this does, it allows us to kind of compensate for that larger seat area. It allows the trousers to drape properly once again, and it gets rid of any unsightly wrinkles that you might have in the back side of the trousers and allows everything to look nice and flush and even. I've typically never seen any situation where a gentleman moves over to the side of having a higher rise trouser and then dislikes it so much to where they go back to a lower rise. Once you do get your first trousers that have a higher rise, typically most gentlemen stay on that side. They realize how visually appealing it looks and once again, how comfortable it really is. Now, all of this talk about increasing the rise of the trouser then begs the question, is there ever a situation where I would recommend lowering the rise of the trouser? And the answer is yes. Whenever you have a situation where a gentleman has more of a midsection and has a stomach that's kind of pushing down on the front rise of the trousers, there can be situations where I would actually recommend lowering the rise. Just because, as I previously stated, we don't want any type of unsightly wrinkling, and we always want the trousers to look as clean and flush and drape as beautifully as possible. So whenever you do have a gentleman who has more of a midsection and that fabric is essentially crashing, then I would actually recommend us lowering the front rise. In conclusion, next time you're getting a custom garment or just a custom pair of trousers made, considering, if you haven't already, increasing the rise a little bit. I think you'll quickly see how beneficial it is from a visual perspective as well as overall comfort. Thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much to the gentleman who actually recommended this video topic in one of my previous videos. Like I said, I'm always seeing what you guys are talking about in the comments. I love the video ideas. I think this was a great idea. The trouser rise is something that should be spoken about a bit more, as it is extremely important. And if you want to come visit us, please make sure to see our address down below. Shoot us an email if you have any questions, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.